Good morning. Mr. Thayer with you here from the Syracuse Academy of Science and Citizenship, and we are going to tackle a math lesson. We're still in Module 1, Topic A, and this is lesson number 4. In the lesson previous to this, we were working on multiplication. We were taking groups, and we're looking at how many groups we had and how many were inside of those groups to give us a multiplication problem. We also broke those down into number sentences. For instance, we did 2 plus 2 plus 2, and then we broke it into a multiplication of 2 times 3, okay? So today what we're going to do is we're going to kind of shift gears here, and we're going to look at a little bit of division or breaking things into groups, all right? So first things first, let's take a look at our module here. We have Module 1, Topic A, Lesson 4, which means understand the meaning of the unknown as the size of the group in division. Okay, big words, big words here. And I'm going to break those down for you in a second here. But when we think about division, think about these signs right here. That is a division sign, and that is that division box right there. All right, we'll get into that. Well, I will show you how to walk through that, but I just want you to get that into your head right now of what it looks like, what we're going to see when we're dividing. Okay, now when we're thinking about dividing, the easiest thing to kind of think about is, say your family ordered a pizza, okay? So you ordered a pizza, and you put the pizza down, and you get some plates, and then you start to think, okay, let's start dividing. Let's start pushing the pieces out to everybody here. Let's give everybody a piece of pizza, and let's see how many pieces everyone gets, okay? So that's the basic example when we talk about division, is just breaking up a pizza or a pie. Or if I have some candy in my pocket and I'm sharing it with you, I'm giving you some and I'm taking some. Giving some, taking some, all right? So that's part of the key ideas that we're kind of working with when it comes to our problem on division. So here we go. So the key ideas here are, there's 2 of them, okay? Number 1, it's sharing. I get one, you get one. I get one, you get one. Or if we have more groups, we just know that each group is going to get one as we go. So group 1, group 2, group 3. Group 1, group 2, group 3. Group 1, group 2, group 3, until we are finished with everything we have. In our cases here, we're going to have equal sharing, meaning every group is going to have equal amounts. They're going to have the same, okay? And I'll break that down in a little bit for you. Now, also with the key idea is the parts of the problem, okay? This is where, if we understand the parts of the problem, we can make a number sentence to go with what we have, okay? So 3 parts of the problem. Number 1, total number of items. How many items do you have? How many markers? How many pieces of candy? How many slices of pizza? That means we want to count every single one of those up and understand how many pieces we have. That's going to be the first part, okay? The second part is amount of groups, okay? How many groups are there, all right? How many ways are we dividing up what we have, okay? Are there 2 groups? Is it just me and you? Are there 3 people? Are there 4 people? Are there 10? That's how many groups. Who is getting something of what we have, okay? And then at the end, items in each group. After we've divided or we've given out all those pieces of pizza or all those pieces of candy or everything like that, we want to understand how many are in each one of those. And in a lot of cases, that's what's going to be the answer, okay? So we take the total number of items we have, all right, and we divide it by the amount of groups, and that's going to give us our sum, or our total of items in each group, okay? So that's key ideas for this lesson, all right? The misconceptions, we just got to understand the parts and where we put them. Again, we got to have confidence here. We have to work slowly and just think about what we're going to do here, because we're going to break 2 problems down today, okay? 2 problems, and the first one is going to be, and I drew some circles here. I'm going to explain what these circles are here. I like to work off my paddles. Mr. Thayer loves to work on his board at school, and this is the best thing for me right now, so I'm going to go here with this. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pretend we have some candy, okay? Me and you, okay? I have some candy. You'd like some candy. I'm going to share it with you, okay? So first things first, let's take a look. Here is my pieces of candy up here, And then these two circles just represent the groups. My group and your group. My group, your group, okay? And we have 4 pieces of candy, all right? So what we want to do is we want to divide that candy equally, okay? So I'm going to give you a piece. I'm going to take a piece. I'm going to give you a piece. I'm going to take a piece till all our candy is used up, and then we can break it down from there, okay? So first things first, let's see. How many pieces of candy do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. We have 4 pieces of candy, okay? Very, very simple. We can put that right here, okay? In our division problem, that first step is how many items do we have? In our case here, we have 4 pieces of candy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, it's me and you, group 1, group 2, okay? I get some, you get some, okay? Let's divide that. So let's take that first piece of candy right here. I'm going to give that first piece of candy to you, okay? You got a piece of candy. Now it's my turn. I'm going to take this piece of candy, okay? We each have 1 piece right now. There's 2 pieces left, okay? So the next piece here, that's right, that's going to go to you, okay? You got the second piece of candy, all right? And then there's 1 piece left. It's my turn, that's right, so it's going to come to me, okay? I used up all my candy up there, right? Yep. So you got 2 pieces of candy, and I got 2 pieces of candy. Okay? See how that worked? I had 4 pieces of candy. You got 2, I got 2. We broke them up into 2 groups there. Okay? So our second step, we know we have 4 pieces of candy. Now we're going to divide it by how many groups we have. Okay? How many groups we have? We have 1 group and 2 groups. Remember, 2. We're dividing into 2 groups. Okay? You were a group, I were a group. Okay? So we divided it into 2 groups. So 4 divided by 2. 4 pieces of candy divided by 2 people. Okay? Now, the last is our answer. How many pieces of candy did each one of us get? Okay? Look inside our circle, and that's going to tell the answer. I got 2 pieces of candy. You got 2 pieces of candy. So our answer is going to be 2. Okay? See how that worked? All right? So we had 4 pieces of candy. We divided the candy into 2 groups, and each one of us got 2 pieces of candy. That made it equal. That made it fair. We shared, and we got it, and we worked together, and it was equal. So, one more time. 4 pieces of candy divided by 2 groups. There's the groups right there. And once we broke that down, each group got 2 pieces of candy. All right? Simple. That is simple, simple division. Okay? Like I said, breathe. Look at what they're giving you, okay? A lot of times we panic. We get nervous with what we see and we freak out. Slow down. Understand what we have and how we're going to break it down, okay? I'm going to do it one more time for you, okay? So just what I want you to do, just pay attention and look at what they're giving us right now. And remember our pieces. We want total number of items, the groups that we're breaking it into, and that will eventually give us the amount in each group, okay? And it's fair. It's equal share. I get 1, you get 1. Or group 1, group 2. Group 1, group 2. And we're just going to go work back and forth, all right? And a basic strategy that I like right here that I just showed you is when I go through my items here, let me see if I can get this better here. There we go. I think that's good here. Turn it. There we go. Beautiful. What I like to do is as I take an item away, I like to cross it off so I know that I've used it, okay? Now, if you look here, Mr. Thayer's not very good when it comes to drawing, but that's okay. I drew some markers, okay? We have markers in the classroom, and we have to divide them, okay? We're doing a project, and there's 2 groups, and we want to make sure both groups get the same amount of markers, okay? So here's our 2 groups. First off, let's just count. Let's count up and see how many markers we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I might just jot that down right there. Boom. We got 10 markers, okay? 10 markers. And I made a little note there. That way I can kind of, go back. Now, let's take a look at our groups. We have 1 group. We have 2 groups. Okay? I'm going to put a little note right here too. Okay? So right now, I gave you a basic question here, and you already have a ton of information before we even started this problem. We got so much out of just looking right now. We already know there's 10 markers, there's 2 groups. Okay? We're way ahead right now. Thinking, confidence. Okay, you guys can do this. This is good. Okay? So what we have to do now is this. Group 1's over here, group 2 is over here. We have those 10 markers. We just got to divide them. 1 for you, 1 for me. 1 for you, 1 for me. Okay? So here we go. So that first marker goes to group 1. Boom. That second marker goes to group 2. The third marker goes to group 1. The fourth marker goes to group 2. Notice I'm just crossing them off as I go. Fifth marker goes to group 1. Sixth marker goes to group 2. Seventh marker goes to group 1. Eighth marker goes to group 2. Ninth marker goes to group 1. And the 10th marker goes to group 1. Okay? I used every one of my markers. I divided one group, your group, I get 1, you get 1, I get 1, you get 1, back and forth, and I crossed them off as I went. Now, let's see what we have. How many are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This group has 5 markers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This group has 5 markers. Equal. We did it. We took the 10, we divided it into 2 groups, and each group has an equal amount. As we can see here, group 1 has 5 markers, group 2 has 5 markers. Okay? All right. So, guess what? Everything we need is right here. Now we just need to plug it into this number sentence here. The first part of our number sentence right here before we get to the division sign, they want you to know how many markers do we have in all? How many markers are we dividing? Wait a second. Whoop, boom. We counted that up already. We know we have 10 markers. Boom. So we can come down here and write that 10 in there. Look at that. Simple. 10 markers. That's going to start our problem off. 10 divided by, now we want to divide it by how many groups we have. Wait a second. We know that. Group 1, group 2. Group 1, group 2. We looked at that earlier. We have 2 groups. Okay? 10 divided by 2 equals. Now, they want to know how many markers are in each group. Each group has, you guessed it, 5 markers. Boom. 5 markers in each group. We solved that problem. We crushed it. We did an awesome job. 10 markers, group 1, group 2. I get 1, you get 1, back and forth. Equal amounts, and then we plugged it in. 10 markers divided by 2 groups equals 5 markers per group. All right? That was our second problem on division. I'm going to slide right back here. Pretty good. All right? Again, I can't stress this enough. Use what you have, okay? I uploaded some questions for you guys to tackle. The first 10 questions are just basic addition and multiplication questions, okay? You might see 2 plus 2. You might see 3 times 2. What I want you to do is look at those signs. Make sure you have the correct sign in there at what it's asking for you to do. Are you adding it or are you multiplying groups? So I want you to really slow down with that. And then the second half of the questions, I want you to look at groupings, okay? I might ask you to tell me how many groups there are. I might ask you to tell me how many items there are. And I might ask you to write a division sentence. But you got this, okay? Slow down, take your time, and do your best work. If we don't get it, we're going to practice. We're going to build reps. That's what I'm putting in there with the math right now, reps. And reps are just, we're going to keep practicing and practicing until we get it. All right? Hope you guys had a great lesson with that. That was division. We broke it down. We crushed it. All right? You guys got this. Answer those questions. I'm going to check those answers, and then I'm going to provide some feedback for you as we go. Hope you guys are having a great day. Mr. Thayer, I will see you guys with the next math lesson very soon. Have a good day.